But our next story features a most unusual Crime Stopper who's so unlike the rest, she's really catching the bad guys and Hollywood by surprise. Laura Engel investigates.
It's 4 a.m. in a quiet neighborhood outside Atlanta. And unlike most teens, Christy Martinelli is awake. Very unlike most teens, Christy is going on a stakeout.
This guy, he owes $80,000 on back child support.
This 18-year-old freckle-faced teen has an unbelievable job. She's a private investigator.
Well, I imagine that your other friends are doing normal teenage jobs.
They are.
And what made you want to do this as opposed to getting a job at, like, McDonald's?
I love the excitement in the job. There's rarely a dull moment in it, especially surveillance, following somebody. It's a big adrenaline rush.
In addition to tailing targets, Christy's repertoire includes serving court documents and going undercover. Because of that, she's often been compared to a pair of famous teen sleuths, TV's Veronica Mars and good old Nancy Drew. And like her fictional counterparts, this PI's age is her greatest asset.
You have to admit you look a little younger than 18.
I do.
Do people look at you and say, you're a private investigator?
It helps me a lot when I serve papers. You know, a lot of people aren't expecting me to show up at their door and serve them a subpoena to court or divorce papers.
They think she's selling Girl Scout cookies or something.
Robin is Christy's mom and her boss at Martinelli Investigations. She believes her daughter caught the snooping bug when Robin would take Christy and her siblings along on stakeouts.
They were such a really good cover because I was walking around stores and filming and had 3 kids running around. So it just looked like I was shopping.
For Christy, sleuthing is a family affair. In addition to her mom, Private Eye, her grandma works the phones and her dad is a county police officer. So it's only natural that on her 18th birthday, Christy filled out the application to be a PI. When Christy got her license in the fall, she became the youngest private investigator in the entire state of Georgia. And this teen is not an easy person to hide from. So far in serving court papers, she's batting 1,000 and has tracked down every one of her targets to date. When a clothing store suspected a competitor had stolen prom dress designs, Christy was perfect for the case, going undercover pretending to shop there. When it came to the client payment, Christy happily accepted a free prom dress instead of money.
Do you know his routine? Like what time he goes to work?
Sheila McIntosh came to Martinelli Investigations to track down her ex-husband, who owes around $80,000 in back child support. She's happy to have this teen on her side.
Age doesn't bother me. If she's knowledgeable and she's thorough and she's aggressive, that's exactly what I need.
Christy and a team of investigators have staked out a house they believe the ex-husband lives in.
So now we're still waiting.
But after hours of waiting, he doesn't appear. They decide to send Christy in.
Let's use a pretext that you're back here in the neighborhood. You've got a residence back here. I don't want you to specifically identify a street number.
Okay.
But let's pick out a location that you can give a general direction to, and then we'll walk up the street. When you get up the street there, I don't want that to be the first house that you approach. I want you to approach 2 or 3 other neighbors first.
Okay.
The unassuming Private Eye hit the neighborhood pretending to search for a lost dog, eventually making her way to the target's home. On this day, he doesn't answer, but Christy was able to get an invaluable close look at his home, demonstrating once again how sneaky this talented teen can be.
And you never know what exactly is behind a pretty young girl with freckles, I guess, right?
No, you don't. You really don't.
And Geroldo, who knows, maybe someday there will be a book about the adventures of this real-life Nancy Drew. For At Large in Lawrenceville, Georgia, I'm Laura Engel.
Laura, thanks. Since we first brought you this story, Christy's telephone has been absolutely ringing off the hook from agents and producers in Hollywood. And who knows, she too could become the star of her own crime show.